Very shortly, it's going to be my pleasure to hand over to Jeff and Peter, clients of ours from Wollongong, their new property here in Queensland. Jeff is no stranger to a building process where they've built a number of their own homes previously, and indeed to quite a high end. So it'll be very interesting to get his feedback on what he feels is the quality of what we've been able to put together for them. The particular estate that we're in here today that Jeff's going to be coming shortly to see is an estate that he himself had been looking at trying to put a property together here. And through the Investors Choice Group process, I actually had access to a far better piece of land and a house design than he was able to acquire himself. So it'll be very interesting to get his feedback and see how we've performed through the whole process for him. Jeff, here we are at your new home at the Genesis Estate at Coomera on the Gold Coast.
Yep.
It's a Taylor-Made Constructions Leisure Brothers home. We've just been through, and I know you've been quite involved in the process coming up earlier and having a look through the build, and I know it's a bit daunting for you initially being far away from where you were, but you came into the process, and how have you found it?
I found it great from the start to finish, yourself. Also the builder, Andrew Williams from Leisure Brothers, has been great communicating through the whole deal, and it went to plan, scheduled, timing, that sort of stuff. Got my photos throughout, and here we are.
Finished product
that as advertised, it's all here. There's nothing that's not here.
I think we just had a walk around this home, and it's quite amazing that we've seen all the little extras that Andrew's put in, like even the sound systems, alarm systems. We just saw
ducting.
Amazing, isn't it? And the finish is quite amazing. I think we found just one or two little things that they're going to fix today, which is excellent. But they're just minor things. I see even in the garage there, they're great, in that they thought the floor covering on the garage was a little spotty, so they've put a complete cover over it.
Yeah, they tried to polish it up, and they weren't happy with the quality of it, so they actually covered the entire garage floor, which I believe was a couple of $1,000 worth, and they did that at no extra cost. It was fantastic.
And I guess when you entered our process, not knowing us at all in the beginning, I think you met initially down there with Kerry and myself, and
well, you always hesitant because we're talking nearly $500,000 for investment, so it's pretty important. So you want to feel comfortable, and it's worked out fine.
Oh, no, that's great. And I think everything, well, I guess you've done a little bit of building before because you've done quite a bit on your own homes and that sort of thing. And what about the quality of this build, do you think, compared to what you've looked at before? What would you say?
Oh, this is probably slightly better than a stock standard project home for sure. And as we just mentioned, the extras as well. It's nice just to give that little bit of an edge. We're in a nice estate here, and there are a lot of other nice homes, so if there's a few that are vacant, I'm looking to keep tenants in it for the long term.
Yeah.
So if there's a couple that are vacant, if one's got that little bit extra, well, that might be the edge and the decision that the tenants might make.
Yeah. Well, I think we were just saying before, your property manager may even be trying for like the 540 figure, which
originally we were talking $40, $50 a week less than that.
Yeah, 470 I think we were aiming at. So
$70 less than that, and I think we're in a little bit of a pulse at the moment. I think there's a little bit of luck on our side as well. So there's been lots of applicants and lots of interest. So
look, if we get that and that's $70 a week more, that would be fantastic. But anything from 500 above, I was classing as fantastic. So I think that'll definitely turn it almost cash flow positive for you with the current interest rates.
Yeah. Well, it's a really good time at the moment. So it's worked out fine.
Yeah. No. Well,
very happy.
Jeff, thank you very much, and we hope to do business together in the future. Well, it was certainly nice to get that feedback from Jeff, and indeed hear that we've exceeded his expectations on the build quality of the property that we've been able to put together, something I'm very proud of. If you too would like to experience a process similar to Jeff, please feel free to ring us on the number that you see below.